Welcome, my beautiful souls, to Essence of the Moon. Today I am going diving into a VR called The Witch Within. And in this VR, I am going over a couple questions. There's only 10 questions that I have come up with. We did have a VR, a kind of like a panel discussion in early October with a bunch of wonderful witches in our community. I will post that video below and link it so that you can refer back to it and see what the conversations that we were having and how this relates to the October VR that we're in right now with Amethyst Ascension. She's the one that led the group, and then every month someone manages the monthly VRs, and October was my month. So let's dive into the questions here and my responses. Okay, thank you for sticking around. I am going to do a walkthrough, or kind of a silent walkthrough of this deck while I discuss the questions. I have not opened this yet. This is a very new deck. I purchased this for my birthday. I have been wanting this deck for the longest time. I love Schitts Creek. I still to this day watch the seasons. I think it's like 7 seasons. I still to this day watch them, and this deck has been on my Etsy want list for the longest time. And I said, you know what the heck, it's my birthday, I'm gonna go ahead and treat myself. And that's exactly what I did. Treated myself. So let's start off with what they sent here. It says, we've done the best we can. You have been an essential part of bringing this deck to life. And when one of us shines, all of us shine. Thank you for being a part of our shitty journey. Heidi and Ashley. Isn't that cute? I also got this cloth from them. And it has like best wishes, warmest regards, lick Russ, very uninterested in that option, eat glass, tweet us on Facebook. Ew, David. Love that journey for me. Stop acting like a disgruntled pelican. It's just pretentious enough. Orange is the new orange. I like the wine, not the label. Simply the best. I have asked you thrice. That's from the first episode. Gossip is the devil's telephone. Best to just hang up. The wine is awful. Get me another glass. You get murdered first. You just fold it in. That's the cheese episode. Never let the bastards get you down. I love this altar cloth, guys. I almost didn't purchase it, but I had to because of what it says. Like, it's all around here. You guys can see that. Yeah, it's such a fun deck, guys. I'm so excited to dive into this and walk through the images with you guys. If I can open it up. There we go. Oh, perfect. Look at the bronze gilding, guys. I'm so excited. I've had this deck for like 2 weeks now, and I have been waiting to open it and unbox it with you guys. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. So let's do this. Here's a little guidebook. It's really a simple, quick little guidebook here. I'm excited to open up my deck. Okay. I know I probably shouldn't wait to enjoy it, but I almost looked at it yesterday on my way back from Gettysburg, and I did not. So, okay, the first question is, who is the first witch you recognized in yourself? And I'm going to say, in myself, I feel like I recognized it probably later on in life than I should have. I was so preoccupied being a mother, and I didn't get a chance to be me. You know, I was a mom at 17. So if y'all don't know that, I was a mom at 17. I got married then as well to his father. And we're no longer married, but, you know, we had 2 kids together. So I think I first realized it probably not till like 10 years ago, guys. So I'm 44 now, probably not till later, but I didn't want to like give myself that title. You know, I just knew that I was different. How are witches in your ancestry or culture treated, honored, hidden, or persecuted? So being of Mexican descent, it's something that we did not talk about. It was just something that happened. You know, I don't recall my grandmother calling herself that, although I pretty much realized she really was. My great-grandmother, because of what my mom has said, was a really great medium. She, a phenomenal card reader, could foretell the future and was always spot on from what my mom said. So we weren't called that. We just didn't call ourselves that. I think now when I use that word with my mom recently, you know, I think she like paused for a moment. So it's pretty much like taboo. You don't talk about it. Do you believe you had past lives as a witch? If so, what era calls to you? Oh, most definitely. I've had many past lives as a witch. I love this episode, by the way, when he gets, he messages Alexis where he's at, and like 3 days later, they finally found him in a field with a bunch of Amish or Mennonite people. That was great. I think the 1600s is what calls to me the most. There's so much that happened to witches during the 1600s. And a lot of the past lives that I've had have shown themselves in the 1600s. So I think the late 1600s, especially during the Salem witch trials, is what calls to me the most, because that was the most profound. To see my hanging, me being unalived because of who I was very a profound moment for me to be able to witness that in a past life regression. And yeah, that was very much an intense time, and I felt it deeply in my soul when I saw that. And it kind of helped me realize who I am in this life. You know, I think I've done about 19 past life regressions, and a lot of them are witches or some type of person who had some type of ability or believed in the esoteric, like a Freemason, a Knights Templar. I've been both. And I think to me, that's just the coolest thing. But I've also been like a normal person, like a farmer. I was a farmer many times. There's like 3 past lives that I see myself as a farmer. But I'm sure being a farmer at that time, I was still using my abilities in some way or another. But I was just a normal farmer in Europe. Ireland comes up twice and Scotland once. So, and that's cool. Okay, what tools, herbs, or rituals feel like home to your craft? Oh my gosh, all of them. I love using tools. I think tarot is a tool. I love using my crystals, my pendulums, my spirit boards, my wand, my chalice, my cauldron, using incense. I'm burning incense. You guys probably saw the wafting coming through here. Let me see if I can waft some over to you guys. Yeah, I'm doing some frankincense and myrrh right now. Candles, oils. I make my own oils, everybody. And I like them all. Herbs, absolutely. I have a huge apothecary. Mugwort is my favorite. I like jasmine. I love calendula. I love marigold. I love rosemary. I love even the black salt, the pink salt, like the Himalayan salt, sea salt, any kind of salt I absolutely love. I love the lotus flower. That's a new favorite of mine since I started making the transmutation oil. I love my essential oils as well. I mean, I love it all. I'm like the typical I'm the typical witch, guys. I love my craft, love my oils, love creating things. Like I'm going to be making more transmutation oil because I am down to my last bottle and I need to send some out. My statues, I love my statues. Every single one of them is special to me. Yeah, all of my crystals, my wands, I mean, everything. Down to my wasp nest, as simple as that. Or the shell of my praying mantis that I found that he slipped out of, that he molted. My snake skin that was sent to me by Ramon, my death whistle. I mean, everything. I love all of my witchy stuff, all of my tools and herbs and apothecary. I mean, you name it. It's my flipping favorite. I love being a witch. Have you ever been gatekept or told you weren't a real witch? How did you respond? You know, I have never been gatekept or told I've not been a witch. So, I don't know. I know other people have, and I see what that does to them. I know other people in our community have also been gatekept, and that's really infuriating to see someone do that. I mean, who the heck do you think you are to tell someone that they're not practicing the correct way? You practice however you feel like practicing. You know, it's your practice. It should only make sense to you. And you can mix in whatever you want to mix into it to make it yours. So the heck with what anybody else has to say to you, make you feel, make you think about your practice. It's none of their business. That's what I feel about being gatekept. So yeah, good thing no one has come to me and said, you're not a real witch, because I'm really going to show them who the heck I am. So yeah, screw them. And which archetype speaks to you the most? The healer, the seer, the midwife, the hedge walker, the death worker. Oh my gosh. I'm so many of these. I am a healer. I am a seer. I don't consider myself a midwife. I'm definitely a hedge walker. I definitely work with death. I'm a death worker. I mean, a lot of my messages and when I'm meditating prior to doing a personal reading for somebody, I do see death. I do see the death that they have dealt with, that they've seen, or the death that's coming. So, although I try to be very sensitive and mindful of those types of messages and kind of not really just like say it to them in their face like that. Just be very gentle about the message that I am portraying. But overall, I'm a witch, and that can mean many things. I'm also a green witch. You know, there's so many different titles out there, but I think just to cocoon it all into one, I'm just a witch. And that's what I'm going to stick with. So how do you balance fear, persecution, judgment with empowerment and calling yourself a witch? Oh my gosh. So I've had many past lives where I was unalived for being who I am. And I think me now coming into YouTube, being loud and proud about who I am and the path that I'm on was very liberating for me. It helped clear my throat chakra that I had blocked because I was hiding who I was and not being open about who I was, because in past lives I wasn't able to say who I was. I wasn't able to talk about any of that. I wasn't able to be me, loud and proud, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm being loud and proud about who I am. Heck, I even have it tattooed on myself, so it's a permanent reminder to anybody that sees it, and myself, that I am the witch. I am a witch. She represents me. You know, yeah, you even have the witch house, the Salem witch house tattooed on my arm, because that's where my husband and I got married, in Salem. So there's many things on my arm that are tattooed that represent my craft and who I am. So there is absolutely no doubting or denying who I am. But how do I balance that? You know, if anyone's going to have anything to say about who I am or my path, it's none of their business. It really is none of their business how I practice, who I'm a devotee to, who I do any of that stuff with. I mean, oh, this is a funny episode with trying to get a job as a flight attendant or working for the airlines. I can't remember the name of the airlines, but that was funny. This is when he's getting close to proposing. But I have no fear anymore. I've told my family, my friends know who I am, my boss knows who I am, my in-laws who are Catholic know who I am. It doesn't matter. The people that matter to me the most know who I am, and that's all I care about. And even if they had a negative opinion about it, which they probably do, I really don't care, you know? I'm free to be who I want to be. Oh, this was a really cute one when he finally bought the house, their dream house. So, yeah. Share a moment where magic revealed itself undeniably in your life. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say, I think being able to see things and feel things and taste things is what made me feel like magic is true. But also I do a lot of manifestation work. I do a lot of gratitude work. A lot of that is something that I just do a lot of, and abundance work, everything like that. And the universe has provided so much for me regarding that abundance, that manifestation. I mean, if you guys have been seeing my videos, I had like 30 unboxings to do, and I still have like book reviews to do. So I'm very thankful that I have Llewellyn and US Games and Wiser Books and Crosscrow Books all sending me material to record. Even Daniel Martin Diaz, he sends me his decks, and I'm super thankful for him, and I love his work, and I love him in his mind and what he does with all his decks. It's just phenomenal. Even his t-shirts are like amazing quality. I just bought 2 more today. And another one of his claws, like his bandanas, because I love all his work, and he's such a giving person as well. So I want to just kind of like give back to him for the stuff that he has sent me. But that's when I feel like magic reveals itself every single day, undeniably in my life. There is not a moment in my life that is not magical to me. Even looking outside and looking at nature, watching my disabled dog have a really good day, and she feels great, and she's happy, and she's content and everything. So it's moments like that make me believe that magic is real. Magic is here, and it's permanent. You know, it's not made up in our head. It's not any of that stuff. We ourselves are magic. The stuff around us is magical. So, yeah. And which tarot oracle card best represents the witch in you? Oh, goodness. So, I love the Pentacle suit, but I love all of the Cup suit. So I'm going to go through the Cups real quick. Definitely the Queen of Cups. I love the Queen of Cups. The 10 of Cups is one of my favorite cards in any deck, and this one is no exception. I love this one. I also like the Devil card. I always love the Devil card, and Death. I like both Devil and Death. I also appreciate the Hermit card, but this card, the Hermit card, I absolutely love. It's phenomenal. And definitely the High Priestess. And maybe the Magician now. I feel like the Magician is definitely... I feel like a lot of these cards are me. But those are like my all-time favorite cards. And I feel like I resonate with a lot of those cards and who I am. And they just make me happy. You know, I love going through a new deck like I am right now and seeing how the images are portrayed differently. So even still sticking with the Rider-Waite, I feel like there's just a lot of good stuff in these decks, and people are so creative, you know. I think people are just phenomenally creative. This was a really good episode too. The opening, grand opening of Rose Apothecary. This one too, and she's getting ready to marry off David, her son. And she wears this. And they all have names, and they all go in like a special box that's moist, like it's removes moisture and all of that stuff. It's like she's hilarious. I love Moira. I love her. What wisdom would you give your inner witch whisper to the collective if they could speak? What wisdom would your inner witch whisper to the collective if they could speak? My inner witch would say, just be you. Enjoy this path of yours. Make mistakes. Figure it out. Fix those mistakes. Write stuff down. Write a grimoire. Make a grimoire. Even if it's a video grimoire, do that. Try as many different paths possible to figure out which one works out for you. Ask questions from different people with different opinions, different viewpoints. Buy the books. But also, when going through the book itself is not, it's someone else's personal gnosis. So remember that. It's someone else's journey that does not have to match your journey to the T. The way you are a devotee with someone might not be the same experience you're having that they're having. Either with Hecate, with Santa Muerte, with Lilith, with whomever it is that you are a devotee with. You are entitled to do this how you feel resonates with you. Don't let anyone gatekeep you. You speak up, use your voice. Clear that throat chakra of yours. But also at the same time, have fun with it. Don't make it a chore. Don't make it, oh, this is something I have to do today, because then that's when the magic goes away. Make it fun. Make it you. And just enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. Oh, there's a new card in here, opportunity. I wonder what that one means. Just enjoy who you are. Enjoy the process. Get to know as many people as possible in the community. Ask them all questions. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. So, okay, what did y'all think of this unboxing here? This little flip through. I thought this was a really cute deck. I'm so happy I have it. It made me think of all of the wonderful moments of the, oh, and it shuffles nicely. It made me think of all the wonderful moments in the show, because this show just really makes me smile, makes me happy. It's such a fun show to watch. And yeah, this is shuffling very nice, guys. Very, very nice. I love it. I'm so happy I purchased this for myself. This is one I've been wanting for the longest time, guys. Literally for the longest time. And I just never bought it for myself. And it's always sat in my cart in Amazon, and they even sent me a little coupon code to use. And I just never did much with it, you know. I just always left it there in my cart, always looked at it. And then I said, you know what? It's my birthday. I'm going to treat myself to this deck. I think it actually arrived like the day before my birthday. So I've had this deck for 2 weeks, waiting waiting to use it. And it shuffles so nicely, guys. It's such a nice smooth finish. It's definitely a linen cardstock, as you can probably see let's see, can y'all see that? There it is. You can see the lines going through there. So it's a linen cardstock. It's definitely premium. It's very smooth. It's nice. It's a nice cardstock. Although I do have one damaged card that I just noticed. See that? It's a little bummed. See that? Well, oh, that's a bummer. Okay, so there's also a tarot spread. It's 7 cards tarot spread to reflect on my inner witch. So the first one is the root, where the witch in me comes from, ancestral or past life thread. So the root, where the witch in me comes from. And the Lovers popped out. Interesting, the Lovers. The Flame, what ignites my magic today? What ignites my magic today? What ignites my magic today? What ignites my magic? One card, please. What ignites my magic? What ignites my magic? The 9 of Cups. Okay. Huh. I like that. And the Tool, a skill, herb, or ally I work with. What is the tool in my inner witch? What is the tool? The Queen of Pentacles. Yes. Was I not just talking about manifestation and abundance? Yes, yes, yes. The shadow of fear, wound, or limitation that shapes my path. What is the shadow in me? What is the shadow in me? What is the shadow in my inner witch? Ooh, the Queen of Cups. Interesting. The emotional part. The gift. What my witch self brings to others. What is my gift? What is my gift? Oops, too many cards. What is my gift? One card, please. There it is. Ace of Cups. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. The Mirror. How others perceive the witch in me. How do others perceive the witch in me? How do others perceive? Okay. Oh, I love it. The High Priestess came jumping out. Oh, that's cute. And the last card, the Legacy. What the witch in me is here to leave behind. What the witch in me is here to leave behind. What the witch in me is here to leave behind. What the witch in me is here to leave behind. Oh, that's beautiful. I love this. Okay, so I'm going to go with the guidebook and see what the guidebook has to say about these cards. Okay, so the guidebook just gives you the upright and reversals. It doesn't give anything else on here, so I'm just going to go with what I'm feeling on this card. I also wanted to quickly look and see what was the last card that... the extra card. It's not showing in here, the last card. Okay. Well, so the root is the Lover. So the Witch comes from, I think, devotion and choice, and what I'm choosing, who I'm choosing for this life, for my soul. I carry this lineage, not by blood, but by promise. You know, it's like I've walked every temple, every forest. I've walked this path many, many times, and I'm continuously choosing to walk this path. That I'm continuously choosing to be reunited with this path of mine as a witch. The next one is the Flame, the 9 of Cups, and it's the desire that fuels me, you know. I think my magic gets ignited when I'm reaching towards fulfillment. So the 10 of Cups. And it's that of manifestation. It's not a tool for me. It's who I am, you know. So that's the 9 of Cups. That's a great 9 of Cups, by the way. That's when they're trying to expand their business. The Queen of Pentacles for the tool. So it says that here, it's like, I am the altar. I know how to nourish and tend the physical world with my herbs, my oils, my home magic. It all comes naturally to me. I'm a witch who grows in power with everything that I'm doing, every intention that I'm doing, every herb and oil that I'm getting, that I'm researching and mixing, to all the prayers to Santa Muerte. That I am the tool. I am the altar. I am the witch. The Shadow, Queen of Cups. Oh, it's my empathy. Sometimes I just drown in it for other people. Like the water. My challenge is not about feeling less, but remembering that I don't have to feel everything and for everyone. And that's tough, especially when I was in Gettysburg. I was feeling everything, but I wanted to take in all the energy of the spirits I wanted to help them feel seen and heard. So I did a lot of work with that. But at the same time, I also need to kind of like tone it back just a little bit so I don't drown myself. Like I had been doing, to do everything, to be everything. So my gift, the Ace of Cups. Oh, I love this one. I feel like I remind others that magic is not just power, but it's healing, it's rebirth, it's emotional sovereignty. I feel like I help remind people who they are, to help them remember how to live again, how to feel again, how to do magic again. Give them hope and not make them feel that they're doing it all wrong. I feel like I'm definitely the Ace of Cups, and that gift of mine is to help people understand that. The Mirror, the High Priestess. Well, others definitely see me as mysterious, probably ethereal, because essence of the moon, and spiritual, of course. I do carry a lot of secrets that, without saying a word, like the book, you know. I feel like maybe I can probably intimidate people and not meaning to. Simply because I do see beyond that veil. I do sense things that are out there outwardly, and you know, I think I feel like I am the High Priestess, but at the same time, I'm just a normal person like everybody else. I have mistakes, I have my faults, I have my moments of being not so magical, you know. But I also want people to feel like I can be approached like the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, I mean, that please approach me, please ask questions. I will get back to you as fast and as humanly as possible as I can, you know. My legacy, the Three of Cups, most definitely. It's that coven, it's the friendship, the community, the sisterhood, that, and there's a rose on here. So, and if you know, you know. And there's a rose on the backs on here. And it's a black rose. So if you know, you know. That's where my legacy is at. It's not about being a solitary, as which I am now and I'm fine with, but I also want to awaken the remembrance of others around them. Help them find their gifts. Help them find where they belong. I'm here to, I feel like definitely rebuilding the witchcraft of being celebrated, having connection, having devotion, being in a sisterhood. And I think I feel like I am the witch who remembers love as power, but also heals by overflowing with emotion. I like to build circles and friendship and empower other witches to do the same for themselves. We definitely rise together. And that's what I'm here for. So I'm here to help. Yeah. So that is the VR. And I'm so thankful that you all have been in my life in these 10 months on YouTube. It has been an absolute pleasure and honor to share this space with you all, male and female. Witchcraft is not just for females. It's not just for women. It's also for men. And I know Bobby reminded me of that recently. So I want to honor him and all the other male witches of the same thing. That this is not just for women. If you enjoyed this VR, I would love to hear your responses to it. I would love to hear what your thoughts are on it. And if you just want to respond in the comments below and not do a video, that's also great. I can't thank you all enough for being a part of my community, being a part of my lives, of my videos. All of your comments, responses, and likes are truly appreciated. And I will not be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you all very, very much. I appreciate your love, your friendship, your sisterhood, and your continued support. And as always, may your path be guided by intuition, protected by spirit, and illuminated by the moon. Until next time, my beautiful souls, I'm Essence of the Moon, reminding you that magic is always closer than you think.